Hello there, world of tankers. Welcome to the channel. I'm your host, Droodles Blitz, and in today's video, I'll be doing a play to lose in the Waffenträger Alf E100. This is the tier 10 tank destroyer that everybody has gambled hundreds and hundreds of dollars to get their hands on, and at least in my opinion, it's one of the worst tanks in the game. I've seen a lot of not as good players actually doing alright in it, like 50-ish%. It seems like the average player's not doing terrible in the vehicle, but the higher you claim the skill ladder, the worse the results get. Mainly because of the fact that it's less effective at doing a proper role the more skilled you are. Like, I can pull out a light tank, like a WZ-132-1 or a Sheridan, and easily deal 4,000 damage in most of the games I play. But when I drive this, I'm limited by my mobility, I'm limited by my camouflage, I'm limited by my view range, and my damage per minute, sure, it's like 2,800, which is considered decent for most tier 10s, but in a vehicle the size of freaking Chicxulub, you're just not going to be doing too well in that type of situation. So the first thing you have to do when driving this tank is find a spot to go. Now, the enemy team only has one medium, and because of that, I'm not too worried about the medium flank. And I am going to make my way right to the heavy overlook. Now, for some reason, our 62A has decided that's not the play he wants to make, but yeah, I'm going to move right up over here, and we're going to see what we can do. We got a Waffen F1 on the enemy team, got a 777, and oh, 777 just jumping right down. I don't know how I feel about that. Okay, I'm just going to back up so the 777 won't spot me. Where are we going, bro? What's the play here? Oh, there's the E100 over here. Okay, let's put on my reticle Cali, aiming in, aiming in. Boom, there's a 502 into the E100. Oh, that was a bad shot for me. Should have led that a little better. Let's try it again. There you go. Well, not bad. I got 2 shells into his tank, and he needs to back off, of course. We have to wait 20 seconds before I can get any shells back. And this is where driving the Waffenträger obviously feels a bit bad, because you have such a long reload in this tank that by the time you get your shells back, your teammates might be dead. So we still have another 5 seconds left. However, our E4 does get the shot into that player, which is obviously pretty important. We get a nice shell into the enemy Super Conk, and Super Conk obviously backs into cover. We have the 777 over here, which doesn't really want to fight me. We aim it on the flat side of the Super Conk again. Shell misses. Gotta love my RNG. Let's try one more. Nope. Unfortunate. Well, we should probably win this. We can kind of see, though, where the Waffenträger does get limitations. And the major one is that the gun's just really not that accurate. And when you pair that with the fact that the vehicle sacrifices almost everything to get this clip, you're in a rather awkward situation most of the times you play the vehicle. The Marat is running away. We do have an E4. Or actually, that's an E3 over here. Okay. Well, personally, right now, kind of hoping I can get some damage into this player in the E3. That's the kind of play I want. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to move right over to this enemy E3. I'm going to ignore the 777. We're going to head over here as quickly as we can. Let's put on my shell reload boost, and let's aim it on the rear. There's one shell, and get a nice HE. Oh, so sad. So big sad. Well, not going to get any damage into this 183. I did alright this game, but nothing crazy. I did 1,000 damage, not even, maybe like 800 damage to the E100. I did 600 to the Super Conk, and like 600 to you, and another 800 to the E3, so maybe I did 2,800 this game. I did not do a crazy amount of damage. If our E4 wasn't able to snatch that HE into the rear of that E3, I would have been okay, but yeah, there you go, 2,300. And this is why the Waffenträger really doesn't do much, because while the vehicle does have these incredible capabilities, in reality, half the time your gun misses very easy shots. I mean, we saw flat side of the Super Conk, I didn't have the time to aim in, the shell ended up missing. And yeah, when the gun's a little goofy on its accuracy, it can be a little annoying. I've actually been enjoying running Supercharger on it. I think I'm going to go back to that. The shell velocity is not great, and while Supercharger does make your aiming time a little worse because you're not running enhanced gun lane drive, I haven't really noticed that huge of an aiming time drop-off, where I do notice the shell velocity increase, being able to instantly hit your opponents without having to lead your shots, especially, you know, like that E100, I probably would have hit those shots a lot easier. Alright, well, game number 2, what are we working with here? Well, we have a bunch of heavies, and I would assume our entire team is going to make it towards the town, so we'll see exactly what we can do. We can see that the Waffenträger is not incredibly slow, at least. It can go upwards of, like, 40-ish kilometers per hour. It's not fast, and, of course, the camo is terrible, so, you know, the enemy's gonna, like, try and butcher us for making a play here. But we'll see. I'm gonna put on my reticle Cali, and if anything rolls around this corner, maybe we can get a shell into it. Oh, there you go. We got the E100, and unfortunately, we end up not hitting that shot. Let's aim it on the E100 again. There you go. One easy shell, and boom. Okay. Oh, no, that's not what I wanted. Oh, no. I drove into a wall. All right, let's chill right over here. However, this spot might not be as fortified as I thought. I mean, we should be okay. That E100 obviously is, like, missing major brain cells, but not sure exactly what we're looking at there. Let's chill it back here. This is more where I want to be. And we still got a while left on our reload, of course. Blah, 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 blah. 3, 2, 1. Okay, our team's moving up. And, okay. Looks like the enemy team is going to send my Waffenträger. Or, not my Waffenträger, my teammate there. We got one shell into the Patton, and... come on. Come on. Ooh. Ooh. Close. There you go. Another shell into the enemy Patton, and we start reloading. Okay. I mean, I knew that Patton was kind of stuck there, so we just needed to play smart and wait for our reload. 50B is going to roll around that corner. We can see the enemy 183, the Waffenträger. Let's see. 50B gets one shell out. People need to stop firing HE at the Waffens, and they'll be doing better. When people shoot HE at it, half the time they mess up the shot, which then allows the enemy Waffenträger to get away with a lot more. Alright, so let's see. Let's reload. You're dead. And I'm going to move over here. And we're going to see if I can get behind this 183 maybe. Let's see. And boom, there's one shell. 183 misses an easy shot. Unfortunately, my teammate does steal a bit of that damage, which is a little annoying. But one more pen, and we'll be at a pretty solid amount in this game. Come on, show me your tank. Come on. Come on. Actually, wait. Wait. Aiming. Boom! There you go. 979 into the rear of the Super Conch. This is why, by the way, I run the higher alpha gun, because sure. I was about to say, is this shit really telling me? But either way, this is why I run the higher alpha high explosive gun. Let's pretend, you know, we zoom back, and I was running the lower alpha gun. My HE would have done like 400 damage there. Versus the 980 or whatever the heck I rolled on that Super Conch. That took me from a 3,000 damage game to a 4,000 damage game in one shot. And that's why I like the HE on this tank. It feels very nice, and it can actually make what is a pretty average game into a decent one. So, not a bad result for the Waffenträger there. That's 2 games. Now, my win rate in this vehicle is 62%, which means that statistically we will lose this next battle. We're going to find out. We're at 8 minutes and 30 seconds on the recording. And, yeah, I'd say there's a pretty solid chance we lose this next game. The problem is, this tank is incredibly map dependent. So, if we get a bad map, we lose. That's as simple as it gets, right? If I get placed on Port Bay, if I get placed on Dead Rail on certain spawns, if I get placed on Vineyards, Fort Despair, any of those maps, oh, Castilla, any of those maps I just listed, the chances of me making an impact in the game are very low. Even Nube. Nube is a terrible map for this tank. I mean, you saw how awkward it was for me to work that map. The E100 thankfully had about 2 brain cells and decided not to shoot me. Could have easily shot me at any moment there, but didn't. And I was also lucky the enemy team didn't send into that corner, because they all probably would have tried to shoot me, and I would have bled a very large portion of my health. We actually got an okay map for the Waffenträger. This is Oasis Palms, and it's one of the larger maps. But we'll see how our gun works here. So, we got a couple different positions I can work. I can sit all the way back here, or I can work one of these positions over there. And I think that's what we're going to do. I am running Reticle Cali, of course. I am running Refined Gun, so it's going to make my tank quite accurate. And what I'm going to do... Okay, our Sheridan spotting. And all I'll try to cover. See what we can do. I'm going to chill all the way back here. And we'll see what happens. Okay, Sheridan spotting. But yeah, I'm sitting back here mainly because of the fact that even in that spot, I'm worried that I'll get detected and, like, die. Okay, I don't think that their team is on this side of the map. Or, they are on this side of the map. They're not where our Sheridan is. Which is good and bad. I think that they're over at base A as well. Which is not necessarily a great thing for me. I think the play to make is to move over here and cover my Sheridan. Yeah, that's what I'm going to try and do. Let's move all the way over here. Oh, am I spotted? Please don't tell me I'm spotted. I am, bruh. Cringe. Okay, we have the 121B, and he gets shot once. We put on our reticle Cali. Okay. Classic RNG there. Okay. I can't really cross this because I'm worried the grill's going to, like, nuke me or something like that. 121B gets shot again, and I'm going to move up. Don't shoot me, grill. Boom. Easy. Okay. Reloading. Oh, yeah, that's what I was worried about there. That's what I was worried about. And we can see why. Because, yeah, one minor mispoke and you get nuked on this map. Well, so far our team's not doing great. I still have 12 seconds left on my reload, which is a long, long time. And as much as I'd love to shoot the motion, I just really can't right now. Come on, come on, come on. Reload. 1. And 2. And 3. Really? 415? Come on. I mean, I still took like 1,200, 1,300 off him, which is a lot. Sheridan just nuked that player. We can see why I moved over here. It's just way better in positioning to sit here and get shots into the enemy than the other spot. Okay, let's reload, and let's see what I can do. I still have plenty of health, which is obviously nice. Got the 114 over there, got the 57 over here, and I'm just going to chill right here for now. Got the VK90, alright. Oh, T95 still back there. If that 95 got spotted, it'd be great for me. But, of course, that's not going to do much right now. See if that 95 gets detected. Boom, 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 boom. Average Waffenträger gameplay here, bruh. Oh. Come on, 57. I literally just can't hit that reliably. Maybe I can hit the 114. Nope. I probably could have, but I wasn't looking there. Which is on me, to be entirely real. That is on me. Come on. No. Maybe I can hit the VK90. Not yet. However, if the VK90 continues this way... There you go. 547 into his tank. Not bad. And... Oh, yeah, that was never going to hit, bro. Well, I got one shell into the VK90. You can kind of see, again, your average Waffenträger gameplay here. It's more just, like, doing nothing. That's kind of what your average gameplay in this vehicle is. Alright, we're going to chill here. Got 15 more seconds left. Once we get down to the 10-second mark, I think I'm going to start heading towards that T95. Our team should kill the grill. Yep, there you go. There's the 95. And we can chill right here. And we can put on our shell reload boost. 1, and 2, and 3. There you go. We just took a full health T95 and absolutely obliterated him. And because of that, we did 4,000 damage. Again, we can see how being patient and waiting got me damage. And that's what you have to do in this tank. If you literally do anything aggressive in this vehicle, you will die. Do not think that you can get away with clipping somebody unless it is late game and you have guaranteed shots. But a pretty good battle nonetheless. We did top on the team. Thank you to my Sheridan for going to medium side and getting some spots out. I also got very, very lucky that that my tank did not get nuked by the Grill and 95. We saw that my Sheridan lost 900 health poking one of those ridge lines. Thankfully, when I drove over the ridge to get to that 121B, I did not get nuked. But I also knew the importance of clearing that 121B, because if that player had been allowed to live, even with 600 health, it would have lowered my Sheridan, putting him down to a potential kill for those tank destroyers on the enemy team. Okay, well this game, we are on Middleburg, which is probably the worst map for this tank, to be entirely honest. Right, 3 games in a row now. The chances of us getting 4 on this map against a Sheridan is going to be very, very small, especially because the Sheridan is a decent player. I actually know Wet because we played on a comp team together, and he's good enough in the Sheridan that I think it's going to make my role in the Waffenträger, like, completely irrelevant. Because all he needs to do is literally poke, and I'll be spotted and bled out. So I guess we'll see. Oh my god, they have all mediums? Oh, this is cooked, bruh. This is absolutely cooked. Alright, well, I don't even know where to go. And our boss Shation's AFK. Great. Okay, well, our Leopard pokes a Sheridan. Good job. Loses a very substantial amount of health. Okay. Gonna put on my Reticle Cali. We're gonna poke this here. And kind of hoping that maybe somebody over there pokes that. Am I spotted? Probably am. Oh, the Leopard just YOLOs that. Interesting. Well, let's see. Oh, yes. Great play from the enemy Leopard. Ah, yes. What a skilled player. Alright, well. There's literally nothing I can do as of yet. We got the concept over there. Now, this is your average Waffenträger gameplay on this map, guys. This is what you'll be expecting to do in this tank on this map. The answer is nothing. You can literally expect to be doing nothing on this map. Oh, come on, game. Cringe. Come on, concept. I don't know what to do on this map. I'm in a tank. Okay. Reload. The problem is, as I said, I'm just in a tank that really can't do anything. And our team's dying up on the front line. I'm still reloading. We have 10 seconds left. 9. Oh, I'm spotted from something. Okay. Gotta love that. 3, 2, 1. Okay, we have the enemy over here. We got 1 shell into the boss Shation, and oh, what was that game? What was that? Oh my god. Alright, well, let's see if I can maybe get... Of course. Yeah. Gotta love my gun getting damaged in the last 0.0 seconds. We can obviously see the enemy Waffenträger trying to, what, YOLO me? Is that the play? I don't even know what the play is. Okay. Trying to tunnel me still, of course, I see. Alright, well, we reload again. Okay. And the Waffenträger's cooked now. Yep, there you go. Yeah, that enemy Waffenträger tried to play the game too, and learned his lesson very quickly on why you can't do anything in this tank. It's a pile of trash. Alright, well there you go. We got the clear into U, and we're capturing base C. Karo's moved up, which I literally can't do anything about. Okay. Yeah, I mean, this game's a loss and a half, but it's, yeah. Okay, well, at least you're dead, but I'm dead too. There you go. That's your Waffenträger gameplay, ladies and gents. There it is. So, I had 3 decent games, and then I got put on a map where I couldn't do anything. That's it. I mean, what do you do on this map against all hull-down tanks? They have a concept, which I can't pen, and a Karo, which I can't pen, who wasn't even poking, of course. But, like, that's the problem with this tank. You just can't do anything on some of these maps. We saw the enemy Waffen F1 as well, who I know, he's like a 60+%er, but you just can't do anything on this map in the tank. You just sit there, and every time you poke, you get detected. Every time you try to do anything, you instantly get snapped. And because the turret's so freaking large, nobody misses. There you go. 1,000 damage. What a crazy game. Wow, what a crazy good game. And if we look at the enemy Waffen F1, 69% player, 1,500 damage. You cannot do anything in this tank on Middleburg. You cannot do anything on this tank on most of the times on Castilla, or Fort Despair, or even Dead Rail for most of the time. The tank sucks. It really does. I've never driven a tank before that can't do anything on certain maps. And it's not like, you could make the argument, oh, maybe you just played it wrong. Now, what do you do? Tell me where to drive it. If you sit it red line spawn, you will be spotted. I've tested it. It does not matter where you sit on Middleburg. The only position that you can drive on Middleburg is town to not get spotted. But if you're sitting in town, then your team's just being overrun and you lose. There's literally nothing you can do in this tank on that map. You will always be spotted. Everybody's going to tunnel you because it's a Waffenträger. In other words, you can expect that for about 30% of the maps you play on in rotation right now, you're going to be able to do nothing. Now, this is partly because of Wargaming's terrible map design. Maps do need to be larger in Blitz, and there needs to be more players on each team. Maps like Molendyke are a much more balanced way of playing Blitz because, especially for a tank like this, the larger map would allow it to actually feel somewhat effective. But the problem is, with these small maps that were designed 5-6 years ago, Middleburg, it has no positioning for a tank destroyer like this. In Wargaming's little minds, they think, oh, the heavies will go town, the mediums will go the hill. But in this tank, you need your team to go town, and you need the enemy team to go town. But that doesn't happen, so you just get screwed. Yeah, it's a bad tank. I mean, in reality, this is why the win rate on the vehicle for me is so low, though, is because 1 out of every 3 to 4 games I play, I get stuck on a map where I can't do anything. We actually had 2 maps in the set that we played that were terrible. I mean, Oasis Palms is great for a tank destroyer because it's large. However, Nube is terrible. Nube is a tiny map. As I said, I got very lucky the enemy team sucked. So we got 3 games in a row, and that's about as exciting as it gets for this vehicle. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.